I cannot tell you the feeling. I cannot express now in words how I used to feel. And it is crazy. I still, when I trying to remember that feeling, when I trying to remember that life, I still cry like a baby. You understand? It brings me a lot of emotion. Even though now I am an adult, I am in a better place, but that I cannot forget. And that's why I was telling you I'm dealing with PSD. With PTSD, I'm dealing with this trauma. Do you understand? I'm dealing with this trauma. We cannot avoid this. Do you understand?
Yeah.
I still have. I don't know where I'm gonna deal 100%, but there is no. How do you say? You cannot deal 100%. You just live life that the way it is. And after that, we staying like for a month, and another month came, and another month came, and finally I decided, okay, let me go to the capital. At least one of my cousins is at the capital, which is Khartoum, the capital city of Sudan. And after that, we decide to go, and obviously there is a smuggler come at night time. It's cold, and like about 20 of us, he bring us, and we walk. There is a big river. Do you understand? You have to cross with a small boat, one on top of another. Like small boat is like about 300, 400 meters to cross that river. So after that, they're gonna pick you. And after that, we cross. I say, if somebody drop here, I hope nobody, but nobody gonna look after him. And I hope not me. And I was saying there was kids and children also that motivate me. Like when I see kids and children, I say, who am I to complain? Because there are children's
Who in a journey
in the journey with you. And I feel sad also. I say, what is our future and what happened to our people? You understand? At that age, what happened to our people? Who is left behind? You understand? So, are we gonna all go die? What is this? And I cannot tell you the fear. And when I see the kids, I say, oh, how am I complaining? At least I am a bit better. No, I can still, how do you say, fight back if when a bad time comes, like about survival, somebody trying to kill me. At least I can run, even though I cannot run longer. But at least I can do something. I can fetch for food. I can at least do something. And after we travel all night, and they throw you in some tent you don't know, and you're always afraid, and they tell you this how do you say this fiction, fiction life. For me, it's all fiction. You're gonna go there, before there, and after that, I say, what is this? I always regret at the back of my mind. I say, why did I take this decision? Why? There's no way back, but we have to deal with it. So it was very, very tough. I cannot express in just simple word. I'm just saying this in simple word. And after that, we left to a place, and we travel about like a whole day, and we arrive. There is a place very close to Sudan, so you have to pay the money over there, because they don't take you to the city to pay.
So you're moving with the human traffic back from the camp where you were.
Yes.
And then because there is no hope, then you're moving to the city center now, which like it take you to a lot paying, not only paying financially but paying emotionally and physically, and also like particularly there is a people who lose life in that journey, like you say, because someone drop in the sea, or someone maybe pass out in that desert and that traffic, because of them, you end up working like days or hours, that kind of, it's this challenge. You're not prepared for that, but then again the foolishness, like they fool you up. It's just putting you this fiction amazing life when you get to the other side. And I think that kind of the manipulation mechanism all the human traffic use from in a different place, basically. I think that's what happened to a lot of people. When people end up dying, and like no one really cared. And that's because no matter how much it's really pain, it's like we've been keeping but honestly it's like that's get to the point where let me be the one who give the real story, to give the real information to the people who want to listen. And there is like there is a lot of situation that people cannot understand. And today sitting down and laughing about it and just talking about it, it's not like really simple, but it just we find a way of like expressing ourselves, that trauma. And again, it will be help to a lot of people, not only the people who've gone through, but also the people who are willing to learn something from it. That's why we share these stories. And yeah, it just to react to that point where like the emotion, when it comes, it does bother me by myself. I remembering that, when people pass next to me, when we bury the people, like when we hungry for days, when we don't eat for days, when we hunted by dog, when where we get beaten up by human trafficking. Like it was like, hey, let me try my knife, to make sure that my knife is sharp.
Definitely.
That's it. Like, so this is stuff is like, your life was so on danger, so extreme, and also the people who have heartless playing you with no any feeling emotion. Like you are just there as like product.
Yeah, for some people it's like you wake up, you go to work, it's like every day the same. It's going to work because they make money based on you, do you understand? So I cannot blame them. I think so. On the other part of the world, things work like that. And back in the days, for example, I used to think everybody lived life like that, you understand? Everybody goes through hardship, not the same. But actually, that's what I used to think. But I realize now that life is different, you understand? For everyone. How it is to you is not the same to me. And back in the days, I say everybody goes through these things, and that's what I used to think. But in reality, no. So in reality, these false promises, this misconception, and this how do you say, brainwashing? You understand? This flashy life, you understand? This flashy lifestyle, it's all a lie. It's all a garbage. You understand? It's a piece of garbage. It twists our brain, and so we end up in a place which we cannot, how do you say, get out, and we're still dealing with that. Sometimes we drink a lot of alcohol, starting from myself, everyone. You understand? You know why? Because people think, oh, you understand?
Let me
skip, because this is the thing. We've been traumatized for so long enough. We cannot forget these things. We cannot wipe them. So we cannot deal. There is no way to deal. I know alcohol is not the way to deal. You understand? But sometimes people end up that, not because they choose to. You understand? Of course they choose to, but not because, oh, let me drink alcohol, it's fun. It's not fun. You understand? It's a coping mechanism. I know it's not helping. You understand? It takes you to a place where you cannot get out. But this is many people also. It's part of this. You drink a lot of alcohol, you want to get distracted because you don't want to remember. It's very, very painful to deal with. Very painful. You understand? For a lot of people. Imagine a lot of people in the Western world we live. I lost my job. I cannot pay my rent, and they end up into this situation. Imagine with a life story mine. I'm not trying to justify it. You understand? It's okay to dream, to skip from this reality, from this pain. But you understand? It's one of the reasons why they drink also, because this is when you go outside. You understand? People's life is quite different. Why mind this? And somehow it inspires you, but at some point you have a lot of disadvantage. You understand? You come to a place, 16, 17 years old, 15, some of them. You understand? They don't speak English. They never been outside to the real world. They're not out of their home. I mean. And they understand they have a lot of disadvantage, and they have to grow faster. They have to catch with the society. They have been prepared for long enough. So now we're in a race. We're competing with people that they've been already prepared 10 years. You understand? Ahead of us, 20 years ahead of us. So we're competing. There is no competition. I don't see competition. You understand? Even though I always say, wherever I go, I say I overachieve from who I am, where I came from. You understand? To be in this position, I overachieve. The people that used to be with me in my competition are dead. You understand? All under the grave. You understand? So I overachieve. You understand? Maybe I'm not up to your standard. I'm not, how do you say, reaching the highest height I can be, but from where I came from, you understand? From where I came from, I overachieved to be in this position today. And I am very fortunate, you understand? And I don't compete with anybody else. I know my values, I know who I am, I know where I came from, I know my story, you understand? Also, I am very fortunate enough, there is a lot of African diaspora. They live here, they have identity crisis. They have a confusion, you understand? So when we come here, they feel like, oh, they feel white, you understand?